Hello, Steve Spangenberg from the Home Based Business Tax Coach, and I'm here to talk to you today about the two tax systems in America. But before we start, just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been doing home based business taxes now for over 47 years, and I specialize in home based businesses such as Mary Kay, small cleaning businesses, Melaleuca, um, Young Living, Longevity, Tastefully Simple, small cleaning business, home based businesses, people who are schedulers, people who do YouTube channels, things like that. Anything that you work from home. So, with that being said, there are two tax systems in America. I'm going to tell you what they are. I'm not going to leave you hanging on, and I'm going to digress and give you a little bit of context. The two tax systems in America are not one for the rich and one for the poor. They are not one for black people and white people. None of that stuff. They are two tax systems, one for a person who has a home based business and for another who doesn't have a home based business. That's it. That's all there is to it. Two tax systems. Now, why I'm making this video is when I scroll Facebook, I see a lot of just with the big beautiful bill and everything like that, and the talking points that the absolutely misinformed talking points of Congress and everything, saying, oh, all the big beautiful bill is nothing but all the tax cuts for the billionaires, and it leaves nothing for anybody else. It's just not true. It's just not true. You have to talk to somebody who actually does taxes for a living, like myself, and find out the truth. But I see people saying, oh, they get to write off yachts, and they get to write off meals, and they get to write off their house, and they get to write off everything. Well, exactly. All right. Let's talk about these two tax systems. Let's talk about how employees earn, how they're taxed. Employees earn money and they're taxed. Then they get to figure out how to live off of what's left. They have literally no deductions. Now, there are some deductions that have come back, and within the big beautiful bill, which will be covered in other videos, and you can avail yourself to those. But they are bringing some of those deductions back, especially for seniors and some average people that take a car loan out, have overtime, stuff like that. The bottom line is you get taxed before you get any money in your hand as an employee. Now, if you own a business, now watch this now, it doesn't have to be just that you own, that everything you do is just a business. You can be an employee and have a side hustle. That qualifies for that second tax system. So what happens is if you own a business, you get to earn money, you get to live, and you pay tax on what's left. Now, isn't that a better system? You get to live first before they yank it from you. You see, withholding really never existed until the wars, and it was a good way to finance World War II. Government didn't have enough money. They didn't print money like crazy like they do now. So they said, hey, how can we get some money up front? Well, we can take some withholding from people. And everybody was like, yeah, it's the war and everything, and nationalism and patriotism, and said, yeah, we'll go along with that because that'll help finance the war and kill those rotten whoever we were fighting, everybody. So those are the two tax systems in America. And as long as you're an employee, you will never, ever, ever, ever get the benefits that you deserve. I think you deserve them. I don't. I would love to live in the land of just a flat tax. I'd love to live in that. Or I would love to live in the land of a consumption tax. And people say, well, Steve, you'd be out of a job. I don't care. I want what's fair, if you dare. So, what are you doing to get over to the other tax system? Are you an employee now and want to get over to the business side without giving up your employee money? Get over there and enjoy the benefits. My clients enjoy $2,000 to $5,000 of savings every single year. What could you do with $2,000 to $5,000 of tax savings plus the money you earn on your side hustle? What could you do with that money? It's so easy. And I'll give you one example of just an easy business somebody could start. My nose always itches when I do videos because it means I'm going to get money. But what's an easy thing that somebody can do? You're watching it right now. You're watching a YouTube video. And do you know people get paid to make YouTube videos? How simple is that? You can make YouTube videos on anything. I have a friend, Don the patch guy. He does the X39 patches, and he also has a YouTube channel. So he sells those patches on his YouTube channels, and he travels all around Australia. And he's in business. I have a monetized YouTube channel. And guess what? Let's just say you get a you get a YouTube channel on travel. Let's just say travel. And you go on cruises, you go to vacations, you do all these, and you basically review things that you do. You get to start writing off your mileage for everywhere you travel. You get to start writing off your cell phone, your internet. You get to write off your vacations because you're using those vacations for your YouTube channel. You can pay your children, if you have children between the ages of 7 and 17, to help you with your YouTube channel. How cool is that? That's one example. Another example is affiliate marketing. Now, how hard is that? Let me ask you a question. I'm going to show you the easiest example right now of affiliate marketing without getting complicated into weird stuff and things that you have to do a lot of research. Who do you know right now that's in Mary Kay, Melaleuca, Youngevity, Tastefully Simple, Young Living, any of those types of businesses? I'm sure you know somebody. Avon. I'm sure you know somebody. Guess what? If you refer them to me and I do their taxes, you get $150. Sound good? And guess what? I can teach you the method the same way that I did when I first started my tax business. I hung flyers up. I hung flyers up. I'm going to leave that in. I'm not going to edit out. I hung flyers up on corkboards. And guess what? I write off my mileage, write off my cell phone, write off my internet, all that good stuff, and make money and you can make money as you go, as you refer people. I pay out literally $5,000 to $7,000 every single year on people giving me referrals. That's a lot of referrals at $150. And you qualify for a home-based business. And I can teach you for $7 a month how to get everything that you deserve at createmyeconomy.com. So there I gave you two examples how to switch over to the other side. Remember, there's two tax systems in America, one for employees, one for business owners. Which one are you in? Which one do you want to be in? Do you want to keep being the person on Facebook that complains about rich people? Stop complaining about rich people and start keeping your own money. This is Steve Spangenberg. If you got something out of this video, like and subscribe to the channel. If not, move on.